I know the first single, Survivor, is basically talking about anybody that's been in any situation that, someone was telling them that they weren't going to make it.
So what will happen in the future? What now for the world's most successful female group? With young music fans being so notoriously fickle in their tastes, the future is uncertain for almost any major recording artist. Though at the top of their game now, Destiny's Child will surely find that at some point the world will move on to the next dramatic discovery. And with Michelle in particular, having complained recently in interviews that she doesn't want to remain single forever, there are bound at some point to be subtle changes. But when groups change, very often their audiences change with them. And with so many life or career paths to follow, with motherhood, politics and Hollywood seeming to be the most obvious, the possibilities are exciting. Destiny's Child are unusual because they seem to be able to have their success both ways. They appeal equally to music fans and the more mature, often distinctly jaded, pop music critics who write for such papers as The Guardian and the New Musical Express in the UK, and The Washington Post and the New York Times in America. With these heavyweights debating the musical and social significance of the group in such earnest tones, it is clear that we are dealing with something other than another Spice Girls or TLC. Add to that the fact that they appeal heavily to such minority groups as drag queens and radical separatist feminists, and you have a curious mix indeed. There has been much speculation about the group's solo albums. All three members have been rumoured to have such projects in the early stages of production at the end of 2000, and now it seems that all have been postponed indefinitely. Kelly, though, has a solo song, Angel, on the soundtrack of the movie Down to Earth, and appears on the soundtrack alongside such luminaries as Eminem, Snoop Doggy Dogg, Monica and Lauryn Hill. Beyoncé recently filmed her contribution to the hip-hop version of the opera Carmen by George Bizet, leaving only Michelle to find herself a solo project. And with many observers feeling convinced that at some point Beyoncé will do the same to her band as Diana Ross did to the Supremes, leaving them for a glittering solo career, it remains to be seen whether they will be proved right or not. With the emphasis heavily on loving sisterhood and the bonds created by their mutual and very affirmative Christian faith, it could be that the many temptations that lie ahead will be easy to resist. And in 10 years' time, Destiny's Child may be releasing yet another album of slyly futuristic tunes with a clutch of eye-boggling videos to match. As to the three ex-members of the groups, Latavia, LaToya and Farrah, the future seems uncertain. The few guarded comments that Beyoncé and Kelly have made in interviews indicate that Latavia and LaToya had overreached themselves and had simply written themselves out of the Destiny's Child story. Farrah was an unfortunate mistake, but one that didn't harm the band, and she left with no animosity between her and the other girls. No doubt all three of them will resurface somewhere along the line when enough time has passed for any wounds to heal. Meanwhile, Beyoncé, Kelly and Michelle, the uncontested queens of pop, have the serious business of running the world to attend to. Long may they rule.
Thank you for buying Maximum Destiny's Child. We hope you enjoyed it. Watch out for further titles on Chrome Dreams coming up soon. If you did enjoy it or have any comments or suggestions, write to us at Chrome Dreams, PO Box 230, New Malden, Surrey, UK KT3 6YY, or email on mail@chromedreams.co.uk. Details of our full catalogue are listed on our website at www.chromedreams.co.uk. Thanks again for listening and goodbye for now.